Hey over there, Joe Lunchbox.
And Joy Nightingale.
And together we are Joe and Joy have landed. And today we have landed right here in Sugarcreek, Ohio. Because Sugarcreek, Ohio is little Switzerland of Ohio. And they have the world's largest cuckoo clock. And we figured, why not us take around Ohio, show you this cute little town. We're gonna make our way then to the town of Mansfield, Ohio, because there is a carousel, and if you've been watching our channel for a long time, Joy's been trying to ride as many carousels in this country as possible. Eventually as many carousels in the world, but we haven't got there yet. So that's the plan for today. We're gonna look at the world's largest cuckoo clock, take a look at this cute little town, then head over another town, ride a carousel. Should be a fun day. What do you say?
I think so.
But before we get this day started, we always appreciate if you haven't done it yet, if you like this video, all those buttons down below. If you haven't done it yet, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. What is your favorite weird roadside attraction? Because that's the point of today. We are going to drive around and look at some roadside attractions. All right, but it's time to do this. Step right up, let's go for this ride. As we're making our way to the clock, just take in this town. Little Alpine Hills Museum, the Carlisle Fabric and Quilts, crafts, notions, apparel, gifts, toys, but just notice the architecture of the whole town. It is such a cute little town. The feels, I feel like I'm transported to a little Switzerland if it was set in Ohio. We actually have a historical marker for the giant cuckoo clock. The Alpine Apple restaurant in Wilmette, Ohio commissioned clockmaker Carl Schulterman to build the world's largest cuckoo clock in 1963. 12 years and $50,000 later, the enormous outdoor clock was finished. It was featured on the cover of the Guinness World Records in 1978. After exposure to Ohio's weather for 30 years, Hampton's Hotel Save a Landmark program helped to restore the cuckoo clock to operating condition in 2007. The restaurant closed 2 years later, and the owner of the local store Walnut Creek Cheese purchased the clock and donated it to the village of Sugarcreek. The clock was moved to its new home in May of 2012. And that's where we are today, Sugarcreek. And right there, I hear water running. The clock is going to go off any minute. In case you come to see the clock goes off every half hour on the half hours, or on the hour. So 12, 12:30, 1, so on and so forth. Take a look at it. We have a water wheel going on the right. It's coming up. We're almost at 1:30. It looks like we're a minute or two away. Just seeing it as is impressive enough, but knowing that it's actually going to go off, the birds are going to go, they're going to ring the bell, doors are going to open. It's going to be amazing. 1 minute away, it's about to click it. There's other people here who are all waiting patiently. You see the clock go off. Bands are coming out. go back in. And like we said before when we were reading the sign about the clock, the Walnut Creek Cheese Company is the one that saved the clock, moved it here, or bought it and donated it to move here. And right behind this little arch that says Sugarcreek, we actually have a monument to cheesemakers. Let's go take a look at that. We have a Cheesemakers Tribute Donor Wall plaque. Another plaque about people that contributed the labor and materials to help build this cheesemaker tribute statue. And the final plaque we have is cheese houses, past and present. So these would have been all the cheese houses that made cheese. I wish it said if it made them in Ohio, in the US, in this part of the country, the world. Craft. Well, I'm gonna say it's probably in this area and not other, because Cabot cheese of Vermont isn't on the list. So because there's no Cabot, we don't have Vermont cheeses.
And this is like one of the billboards that we passed.
Yeah, that Gugisburg is a few miles down the road. So definitely cheese in this area, not all of America. But we do have a plaque showing the cheese houses of past and present. In the 1800s, Swiss immigrants arrived in the beautiful hills of Holmes and the surrounding areas in search of new opportunities. At the time, the large farms began being away from the large cities, needed a market for their milk. Using large copper kettles and the skills and experience from their homeland, cheesemakers began to produce 200 pounds, wheels of Swiss cheese. Over 100 cheese houses dotted the area, making Sugarcreek the hub of the Ohio Swiss cheese industry. Over time, these cheesemakers gained a reputation for the highest quality of Swiss cheese available in the country. Today, successive generations of these Swiss immigrants still use this closely guarded skills to produce the most Swiss cheese of any state in the USA. So that probably answers my question about the plaque over there. It was probably just cheese houses in this area. They said there was 100 of them in the past making Swiss cheese. And the monument is of a cheesemaker. You can see #1 Ohio Swiss cheese written on his head. And this is a new monument. You can see it was put here in 2023. And he's stirring the kettle, making the Swiss cheese. You want to know the secret? They get the holes in the cheese with all the money. The money, as it slowly goes through the milk, leaves holes. This is a false fact by Joe Lunchbox. People are just putting money in the Cheesemaker Memorial because people have a fascination of big pots, ponds, just throw money in them. That is the Swiss Cheesemaker Monument. I know they made a song about him, right?
Don't say cheesemaker, cheesemaker.
You knew my joke. Cheesemaker, cheesemaker, make me some cheese. Isn't that this play, Fiddle of the Cheesemaker? She still was funny.
Cheesemaker on the roof.
Right when I walk away, this group of people come in, they just want to throw all their money in the cheesemaker's cheese pot. I don't know.
Well, maybe that's how he's able to buy all that to make the cheese.
It's a nice plaza they built. There's bathrooms, picnic tables, right around the cheesemaker statue, surrounded by beautiful white and red geraniums, framing the whole area. Sadly, we came on a Sunday. Not everything is open on Sunday, but there is surprisingly a lot of people making their way out to Sugarcreek, Ohio to look at this. We've seen tons of families. I thought I came a long way coming from New York to see it. When we were watching the clock go off, we actually had a couple from London that came here to see the world's largest cuckoo clock. Mm-hmm. People coming from far and wide to see this thing. It's pretty cool. Just realized in front of the cuckoo clock, there's actually another one of those big copper planters. Well, big copper pots used to make cheese that they are now using as a planter. Loose Caboose Chicago-style hot dogs. I do love me a hot dogs. I love how this caboose has eyes. Almost like he could have been a Friend in the Cars movie. Like I said, Sundays and the time to come. We're walking around town out looking at some of the shops, but a lot of them are closed. But Fudge's Edges Corner. Look, they have these awesome painted rocks with the cuckoo clocks on. I wish it was open. I would bring a cuckoo clock rock home with me. You know what? You know what all of our friends would do when I'd say, hey, check out this cool souvenir? They would say, this souvenir rocks. The main visitor center, information center is also the Alpine Hills Museum. Architect's building, like I said, we're transported to Switzerland. Looking in the window, it looks pretty cool in there. Another thing in town is the Secret Garden. All lawn ornaments, and it actually says this is the Fairy Garden's headquarters. Hundreds of fairies, miniature gardens, fairy moss, fairy houses, all your fairy accessories, even dragons and mermaids. We know, Joy, we know. Dragons and mermaids aren't fairies, but they're mythical, so they get categorized in together. And there we found the fairies. We found them in a little fairy house. I personally find this rock sculpture wall piece the most fascinating thing. We have some gemstones, some glass, some marbles, all cemented in with the rocks. We came to the Carlisle Fabrics and Quilt Shop. We were hoping they were open. We saw all the stuff on the tables. No, they're closed Sundays. I guess they just leave the stuff out and trust people. I mean, I like trusting people. I just got excited. I thought something was open. They said toys. I want to look at the toys. So if you're watching this, yes, you could see the clock on Sunday, which is cool. We are glad we are here. It's not like we drove just from New York just to see this and we came on a Sunday. We have other things we were doing on this road trip, and just happened that the day we were passing through was a Sunday. And we are glad we came. We are glad we shared the clock with you. But I would have liked to check out some of these stores, and Sunday is not the day for that, is what I'm saying. Called Hangar 81. Look at this store. I'm upset this is closed. Antiques, Mantiques, Collectibles, Lost Treasures, Game Toys, and more. Robots, M&Ms, Weird Teaks. Joy, Weird Teaks are my specialty. I gotta
also
look in this
free
window.
sci-fi horror museum.
Wait, did you just say Free Sci-Fi Horror Museum?
That's what it says.
Free Sci-Fi Horror Museum? I'm gonna tell you the one bad thing about traveling. So, it's true. Whenever me and Joy go to his town, and I'm like, okay, town of Sugarcreek. I want to see a world's largest cuckoo clock. Now I come out going, I want to go to a sci-fi horror museum that has a cool thing, Hangar 81. We have to check out these gift shops. There's the museum up the hill. And you leave a spot thinking that you were going to go just document one thing with a list of about 5 things more that you have to come back to this town. And this isn't just this town. I do this whenever we travel. I have paper and pads in the car and pens, and the lists just get bigger and bigger. We're like, Joy's like, we just did a trip to Ohio. And I'm like, yeah, but now I have 5 more trips planned. The next door we come to, sadly not open, Muma Automotives. But what really caught my interest in is, see these little cars? That's cool and all. But in the window here, we have these little models. I don't know if they're for sale. If they were, I don't think they're for sale. They are pretty awesome though. If you're driving the roads of West Virginia, Ohio, you'll see these crosses. The 2 blue, the 1 gold, in fields, on sides of the road. And there was a preacher named Coffindaffer who went around and put them up. We've passed tons of these crosses, but I've never seen miniature versions at like a store before. But we're making our way around this corner because we saw that sign for Chicago-style hot dogs. We're from New York. We always get hot dog, sauerkraut, mustard. When I have a chance to get a Chicago-style hot dog, we're gonna go take it. Some people say I'm a hot dog hound. I could hoover hot dogs all day long. It is one of my favorite foods. On the top 10 list. Might not make the top 3.
Ever.
It's no sushi, lox and bagels, and pizza. But
Ever. You shouldn't be having that much of it.
I don't want to eat them that much anymore for health reasons. But once in a while I'll cheat. Otherwise you'd see me eating a hot dog every video on our channel. So that's why today might be one of those special days. A lot of things closed, but the Loose Caboose had their chalkboard sign out in front of, or clapboard sign out, in front of the clock. So I figured someone came, put out that sign. I doubt they're leaving that sign out all the time. So I'm hoping they are open. Hoping. We're walking there now so I can get a Chicago style hot dog. I am defeated. No. No hot dog for Joe.
Only ice cream today.
Only ice cream. They only open Sundays from 4 to 8. They got the sign out and it's not even 4 o'clock. I would put ice cream on a hot dog. You say only serving ice cream, but could you put it on top of the Chicago dog? That just goes to show you. You see, when you travel, sometimes...
Look into stuff more, but...
Sometimes life gives you lemons, and sadly there's no store open to get a lemon juicer. Yeah, but we're still having a good day. The carousel is open. So we start with the Cuckoo clock, and we are ending at the carousel. That is what we came to do, and we are going to achieve that goal at least.
Yeah, this would have been a cute, like, little bonus.
It is fun walking around the town, though, and seeing what the town does have to offer.
Some of the buildings are like, looking like they should be, like, chalet inspired.
Yeah. It's only, like, 3 blocks long, and some, like, down the side streets, but still really cool. Really cool to check out.
I love this. Well, I love you too, Joe, but I love that.
We are in an Amish part of the United States right now, an Amish part of Ohio, obviously. All the buildings have these beautiful paintings above. Here we have the Swiss Alps, but what we were noticing is there's a train that goes around the building. This is on their bank, and I wish that train was moving. This is a cool added bonus to a painting. Finally a store. Collectors, decanters and steins. It's amazing, I collect decanters and steins. Joy's like, finally a store open. Oh, but I don't know if we want to go into that one. Oh, the wild turkey steins. I love these decanters. I have a bunch of Ezra Brooks whiskey decanters, and I'm trying to find these playing card ones, based inspired ones. In case you don't know, if you haven't been watching our channel long, I collect stuff, and I love these decanter bottles. Like, look, Nutcracker bottles. The store actually has a decanter museum, but before we go on, there's an old court chess set. Look at it. All 32 chess bottles as decanters. We were just looking for a store open, and I find a decanter museum. I absolutely love this. Like I said, this is the great thing about traveling. You find stuff you don't know. I came for a Cuckoo clock. I collect these Ezra Brooks decanters, and I'm standing in a museum for them. This is amazing.
Oh, no.
We have one local, the rubber capital of the world, Akron. This was made by Jim Beam.
So this shelf that I'm looking at is so awesome because you have the decanter, then you have the statue. You have the decanter, and you have the statue. You have the statue, and you...
They saved the decanter. I'm just hoping the poor whiskey was taken out before that break. If you know us, you know we love roadside attractions. So to see the gold oil driller from Tulsa, Oklahoma, leaning against the tower as a Jim Beam decanter, that's pretty awesome. It's from the International Petroleum Exposition. When we came in, the guy told us the collections goes from the 50s to, I think he said 92. Ooh, King Kong. Where's the 55?
55 is up
We have
there.
a jackalope. And we have 55.
56, 57, 58.
And they made all different things like animals, from horses to dogs, anamorphic foxes. And boy, did they make a few of those. This guy's swimming on the Queen Mary. Some were made for the holidays. For all of you fans that no puppets or no muffler men, we have a Mortimer Snurd. Got a slot machine. Don't pull the handle though. And this is leading to different casinos. Horseshoe Club Vegas, Calneva, with Circus. This Jim Beam cable car, it was one of my first ones I ever got. And this museum has over 3,000 of these bottles. So incredible. I love these decanters. I wish they still made stuff like this. Like, whiskey's cool, but you get a cool collectible bottle? Yeah. I was telling the guy that with that chess set, I have an Avon version for men's aftershave. He's like, oh, I just sold one of those. They actually sell in their store some Avon bottles, so I might have to take one of those and look at some of these decanters. You always add to your collections. When you find cool stuff, time to buy it is when you see it, right, Joy?
What, I hate you and your collections?
See, because I collect these, but you see that one right there, a Jack of Hearts, my lucky cards, and I have anything with Jack of Hearts, and she just took a photo of it so she could look it up later. That's why she's like, dang it. Keeping with the theme of the town, we have a Swiss chalet. And the cases we're looking at are Ezra Brooks, and these are the ones that I've been searching for. 1969 card King and Queen. One of the other ones I have at home, we're gonna scroll over on these Ezra Brooks decanters. Basketball players, 1974. It's one of the ones in our collection at home. I used to work in a tattoo shop called Venus Body Arts in New York City, and across the street was a guy named Manny. He would set up a table and sell stuff, and we had dressing rooms in our tattoo shop, and we were nice to Manny, and when the night would come, Manny would store all his stuff in our dressing rooms because the cops would throw his collection. Used to chain them up with tarps, and Manny, as a thank you, gave me that Ezra Brooks basketball player decanter. Have it still to this day in my home bar. And this museum is cool. You like whiskey, you like bar memorabilia, you like just cool bottles. Don't clown around. Make sure you get here. Even have a cool circus wagon. Oh man, these are amazing.
No, this head looks like it should be like Lion King.
Lion King? Just because the art on it?
Yeah,
the drawing. We actually have an old-timey bar with the bar back behind it. Look at that old mirror. Oh, this spot is so cool. I've seen a lot of things in my days, but I've never seen whiskey decanter that looks like a parking meter. Beautiful little 1970, a bar scene. And if you notice that bar, each panel in there, so there's 4 of them, are their own whiskey decanters. We've come to Hoffman series, and this guy's known Mr. Lucky. Got Mr. Lucky series number 3, 1975, serving a chipmunk a drink. And what makes these ones even cooler, yeah, they're whiskey decanters. Yeah, it's a cool leprechaun image, but they were also music boxes. We have some Native Americans, some totem poles, then some Kachina dolls. A whole section on Rip Van Winkle, the man himself. Joey found a cryptid, a Loch Ness monster. Check out Nikolai doing his little dance. He's a bottle display. You put the bottle next to him. We have some other versions up here to take a look at. To take home for sale, we actually have P.T. Barnum and Tom Thumb. Well, that was an amazing find. Collectors, decanters, and steins, and a decanter museum. And you see, we didn't walk in with a box, but we walked out with a box. That's a good day, in my opinion. And we made our way to Mansfield, Ohio for the Richland Carousel. Joy loves carousels. We had to stop by to check it out. We have 2 carousel horses entering the pathway. You excited, Joy?
I am.
It looks beautiful. Had to get our tickets at the gift shop. I love when there's a gift shop before a carousel. And we get to get on and ride the ride. It says G.A. Denzel, latest improved, 1907 to 1991. Richland Carousel Park, Mansfield, Ohio. Look at the beautiful wood-carved animals. I like that we have everything from cats to some bears to little house cats besides tigers. All the animals, and since symbolizing classic carousels, we even have a gold ring hung because you'd reach out and grab the brass ring. And instead of catching brass rings, if you stop and you're sitting by the brass ring on the outside, you win a free ride. That's cute. It's a new way to keep an old tradition. But you get to choose what you want to sit. You want to sit on a panda bear, a lion? Just don't make me sit on an ostrich. We even have some rabbits, Joy.
I think I'm liking this one, unless you want a different one.
Ooh, I mean, if you want to ride a cat, I won't go up and down. I'd ride a hippocampus.
You want a hippocampus?
Yeah. So I think I'm going to pass on the going up and down and ride the hippocampus. And Joy's going to ride.
Oh, I can get a horse.
You can get a horse, but look at this cat. He has an eye patch on.
So hear the bell at the beginning of the ride. Once you get it, you enter the ride. Thank you.
Here we go. At least, Joy, this one you leave frame, but not as much, because I don't go up and down when you go up and down.
That is true.
There were all these amazing animals, but I was like, I want to ride the hippocampus. In case you don't know what a hippocampus is, we have a horse and like a serpent tail. It's like a sea serpent.
This one called today.
It's a good horse. Good choice, Joy. You chose wisely. Whee! I'm gonna get the ring. I'm gonna get the ring. No, didn't get the ring. We're slowing down. We're slowing down. Am I gonna be set? Oh no, no, no. I know you were hoping horse. I know hippocampus. Going around the top of the carousel. We have Uncle Sam sitting right there.
Please remain seated till the ride stops completely.
I'm talking to you, Joy. Remain seated. You see hippocampus. There's the tail of the serpent. Front of the horse. I like that this is what I would say their lead horse. It says Richland Carousel since 1991 with some armor. Look how cute the chariot is. It definitely is carved like a relief. See the bridge sticking out, but I love the barn. We're gonna zoom in on the barn. The door is actually hollow inside, like you step right in that door. And if one carousel's not enough, they have a little miniature. This is in July 2015. The Depot in Indian Lake, Ohio donated this beautiful 1985 PJ Carousel to us. There are 18 hand-carved horses and animals by historical carvers. There it goes. All the little horses. We actually have a cat on that one too, and a bear. Deers.
So what's cool is that they actually have their own souvenir coins.
You know I can't say no to a crushed penny. Gotta leave a souvenir. And they actually have the hippocampus I wrote on as a crushed penny.
Right there.
There it is. Name of the carousel and my hippocampus. Very cool carousel. Very cool day. We saw the giant cuckoo clock in Sugarcreek, and then we stumbled upon a Decanter museum, and we end the day at a carousel. Yeah, that's the kind of days I live for. I think we could call it.
I think so.
World's largest cuckoo clock, Decanter museum, and carousel. Been there, done that. Remember, folks, safe travels
Good eats.
and live life. This architecture gets me so excited. The Swiss chalets, the looking buildings. I've been getting too excited. I'm talking too much. I think I need Ricola. Yeah, I see Joy's face behind the camera.